What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. Today's video, we're working on a very exotic, highly sought after vehicle. You want to see it? Check it out. I PA'd it down and degreased it down to see if it was just covering it, and it wasn't. So guys, we're working on this black vehicle. It is a highly sought after vehicle. We have it here in the shop. This is going to be incredible. But we're working with the Hybrid Solutions ceramic acrylic black wax. Now, this is designed for dark vehicles, primarily black vehicles. It is a pigmented type of dye that is in this polish and in the spray wax that we're going to use after. Ideally, you want to wait 24 hours before you apply this on top of it, but, you know, as mobile detailers, you can't do that. That's unrealistic. But it's okay. You can go right over the top of it. It just will get better durability if you wait the 24 hours because of the curing, but if you're a mobile detailer, you should be maintaining your customers' vehicles on a regular basis if you can get those maintenance customers. But guys, let's check out the vehicle that we're working on. What year is it? 17?
I think it's a 12.
It's a 2012 Chrysler Town & Country. Oh yeah. I know, it's nothing fancy. It's just your typical minivan. I want to shine this thing up. The customer wants it to look as best as possible. We're doing an interior detail, but it's really not that bad. We'll show you a little bit of the interior because it does have black carpets and a little bit of dog hair, but it's minimal. So we'll use the Analon dog hair removal brush and show you guys how we use that. I have it hanging over there. And but primarily, I want to show you guys what this ceramic acrylic black polish can do to a vehicle like this. Now, granted, I believe this clear coat is pretty soft because all we used was an Orange Lake Country pad and a few passes, and that was it. Check out the results. So here's what the paint looked like. It's really in rough condition. Look at that. Horrible. Now, a few passes, and that's paint enhancement quality. That is incredible. So now the pearl is really popping, and the gloss and slickness, yep, it is incredible. Look at the difference. It looks gray here, and now it's back to its original color. Yep, so that's pretty impressive. Now again, I know this paint is pretty soft. You can pretty much do that with any polish, but I'm just really happy with this stuff. I'm happy with the outcome. So we'll show you the application, and then we'll show you during the polishing as we go around the vehicle, and then show you some of the afters. And it is raining out, so unfortunately, no sun shots today. Yeah, it's gray and pouring out. But let's get started on this, and let's see the improvement. Now, one thing to remember with the black wax, it is a dyed formula. It does have the black dye in it, but that's all right. Just use dedicated pads. If you're going to use that pad, it's going to be looking like that forever. It's not a big deal. It's just pigment. So if it washes out and it's still black, it's okay. So let's get started. Now, one thing to remember also, when you're doing your passes, it depends on the paint. So you saw us going fairly quickly. That's okay. You don't have to go slow if you don't need to or don't want to. If you want maximum cutting ability, then yeah, sure, go slower. We're not doing a paint enhancement here at all. We're actually just supposed to be waxing, but we're going to go a little extra for this customer because, well, he's a great customer and he's a regular. Wow, look at that. See? A few slow passes, and it clears everything right up. So you have to use a damp towel. So we dampen this towel completely, wrung it out, and then a dry towel. And that's all you need to do. You just wipe it with the damp towel and then the dry towel. I know it's an extra step, but the results speak for themselves. That's incredible. Now, when you do use the wet towel, it is supposed to activate the SiO2 in it. This is an SiO2 ceramic polish, so it does have protection in it, and kind of using the water as a catalyst. There's actually a few coatings that do that. Modesta is one of them, where you have to use water to activate it, and that will actually set the ceramic in it. That's pretty awesome. And I'm sure because it says acrylic, there is some acrylic resins in there that do a little bit of partial filling, and then they cure and becomes a nice durable layer of protection. So look at that. That's awesome. Yep, great. All right, let's continue. So guys, we're almost done with the polishing, and we're going to switch over to the black wax in a moment, but the gloss is incredible on this. We're not going for really defect removal, but that is, what's happening anyway. I know, those are really, really bad scratches. We're not going for that. This is not even a paint enhancement. We're going just a little further for this customer because he is a really good customer of ours. But we wanted to play around with the black wax, and even though it's a really good product, it does dye the pads. I wish it didn't. I wish it didn't have the black dye, but because on its own, even without the black dye, I'm sure it would be incredible. Just like the polish and wax from Hybrid Solutions, it's essentially the same thing with, maybe some other additives in it, including the dye. But guys, check out the gloss. It is pretty awesome. And I know some of you are going to say that you have to use the damp towel, which we do. We use the damp towel and dry towel to wipe off the products. You have to do that with pretty much all of the Hybrid Solutions products. But the payoff is the results. It is awesome. So for pros and cons, the cons are, I'm not a fan of the black dye itself because it does dye your pads and your towels. And the, having to use the wet towel to wipe it off. I'm used to that though. Those are really the only cons that I see. And no, the black dye is not just filling. That's true correction. How do I know? Because I've IPA'd it down and degreased it down to see if it was just covering it, and it wasn't. True, there are some little things that may come back, but very minor. If you work it like a compound and not just like a wax, then it will remove defects. And this paint is soft, so remember that too. It will act differently on harder clear coat. So guys, the paint is looking incredible. Loving the results on this. So guys, if you want to get your hands on the Hybrid Solutions acrylic ceramic black wax and the polish and wax, I'll have the links down below. I know, a lot of guys are going to say the black pigment, blah, blah, blah. There's so much heated discussion about that type of product. But guys, I don't care. It produces results. Could I just use the regular ceramic polish and wax? Yeah, I could. It's not a big deal. So you choose what you want to do. I have the products here to use, so I used them and enjoyed them. They get great results. So now I'm going to apply the ceramic acrylic black wax. So this is basically the spray version, and it's, again, kind of like the Hybrid Solutions spray coating with a little bit of tinted pigments in it. So let's give it a try. Again, a good tip to remember, use a damp towel. So you can apply this a couple of different ways. You can use just an applicator if you want. Spread the product out and then wipe it off with a damp towel and then a dry towel. Or I'm just going to take a damp towel, spray it on, and then spread it on the surface, and then dry towel it off. That's it. Very simple, very easy, not a big deal. Now, can you also use this out in the sun and heat? Yes. Like all the Hybrid Solutions products, you can. Again, just the damp towel method. In fact, I even suggest that with other spray waxes or polishes, especially out in the sun, because the water is not going to damage anything. It's not going to ruin anything. So it's just going to make the wipe off easier in the sunlight. But these products especially do need the water to activate them and help them bond better and help them wipe off better. So that is something that you need to use with these products. If that's a deal breaker for you, then move on to other products. If you like what these products can do and you like the price point of them as well, then pick them up for yourself and try them. Let's try it out here on the hood. So, shake product. I'm going to apply it right onto the towel itself. Spread it out. It spreads very easily onto the panel. And then you can take a nice dry towel and buff away any of the residual water that hasn't dried. And you'll notice the surface is going to be extremely slick and glossy. And that's it. Very easy. Yep, awesome. So we'll repeat that process over the entire vehicle. Finishing up on the wheels and tires, we're using 303 tire balm and protectant. And once this stuff dries down, it's actually a really nice, natural, clean look to the tire. So guys, paint is looking incredible. We just finished the interior. We still need to just do windshield, a little bit of inside and outside of the windshield. Definitely have some bug splats still on the exterior, but we'll take care of that. Paint is looking incredible. Oh, I still need to do, yeah, just a little bit up there on that. Some of the chrome pieces here and the little polished pieces. But the interior is done, and like I had mentioned, there wasn't a ton to show in here. I did show some dog hair removal, but nothing as far as stains that we had to shampoo or heavily steam or anything like that. Oh, this was in the vehicle. I don't know what that is. So everything is cleaned, conditioned, looking great. So guys, that's going to do it for the minivan. We're going to finish it up. Customer's going to pick it up later on today, and we're done. So guys, if you are interested in trying out the Hybrid Solutions acrylic ceramic black wax or ceramic acrylic black polish and wax, then check it out for yourself. If you're not into the whole dye thing, then just try out the other Hybrid Solutions polish and wax and their spray coating, and it works the same. So just remember, use that damp towel, then use a dry towel, and you're not going to have any streaking or any problems like that. I know it's an extra step, but it's worth it. The gloss, the slickness, the protection, it's awesome. So give it a try for yourself. If you're not into it, then use whatever you want. Oh, and just to let you know, as far as the dye in the pads, they actually cleaned up okay. There's a little bit still in there, but that's not bad. This one, however, was the original one that I used, and I let it sit too long. So clean your pads right away with warm to almost hot water, and use Dawn or whatever, soap that you want, or all-purpose cleaner like Extra Tough or Super Degreaser, whatever you want to use. I found that Dawn works just as well, and it's soft on your hands. It doesn't dry out your hands. But I let this one go too far, a couple of days before cleaning it. So clean your pads right away, and they'll look like that. So not bad at all. And also just a tip, this is already starting to delaminate off the back. See the backing there? That's probably because I used too hot of water. I can take it. My hands can take really hot water, but if you're going to use hot water, rinse them out with cool water after, and that will make a difference. You'll notice that the pads become very soft with hot water, but the moment you start using cold water to rinse them, like a final rinse, they stiffen up again, and that's what you want. You don't want to use too hot of water because they'll start to release the backing on these, unfortunately. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with others who may enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.